So, welcome to the TADHack online conference. This session is dedicated to Telnyx, TADHack, and a chance for the Telnyx folks and for some other developers to share their experiences. So, before we kick off, what I'll ask is Michael and James, if you could just briefly introduce yourselves so the people on the call have some background on who you are, what you do, and where you come from.
Hey everyone, Michael Bracci here with Telnyx, currently in Kansas City, Missouri. Wanted to give everyone a huge thank you to those who participated in TADHack 2025. We saw some amazing hacks and creative uses of the Telnyx agent from around the world. So you all made this event pretty special. So thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Cool. Hey folks, I'm James. I'm in the Chicago area, and I've been with Telnyx about 8 years. Started as a back-end software engineer and currently leading the engineering and product effort for our AI products.
Yep, and did a great introduction to the resource a few weeks ago now. It feels a lot longer than a few weeks given all we've been through, but no, that was a really great introduction, James. So what we'll do is we'll kick off with Brian. Brian, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. So Brian won the first prize. So I'll open with one question, but then we'll let James and Michael dive into it. So, where did the idea come from for your hack? What was it that stimulated you to create? I'm just trying to remember the name of it now. It was Tor something,
Was
and
to us.
that's it. So maybe you just give us a little bit, also a little bit of background on yourself as well, so we know what you do, where you come from. So that would be great. So it's a two-part question. I apologize.
Okay, okay. Hi, my name is Brian again, and I'm a software developer based in Nairobi, Kenya. I'm actually a developer in TypeScript and Python, really diving into AI that is using LangChain for agents and just the whole ecosystem around Python and TypeScript.
Cool.
So the idea about with Tour Scout was I recently was going for like a small vacation in our country. The coastal area is called Mombasa.
Yep.
So I was going for to Mombasa, and then I had booked a place earlier on from one of these booking sites. The problem is when I landed, they told me that the option that I had booked was not actually available, that I had to be refunded the cash back and find a way out. So
Yep.
it was a one-on-one problem for me. That's why I sought to think when I was just randomly stranded in outside the hotel. I thought to myself, how about if we could really solve this problem of trying to look through the different booking platform to find a place that is actually very accessible from where I am.
Yeah.
So that's where the idea of Tour Scout came from.
Cool. And it's personal experience. I've been in similar situations where you've arrived, you get out of the taxi, you think that's it, get checked in, and then it's hours of misery. So I understand your pain, and that was a great hack you created. So James Michael, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be hogging. It's for you to chat.
So, Brian, how was the experience like working with the Telnyx portal? I know there might have been some challenges at the very beginning, logging in due to some of the KYC situation and just the verification. But besides that, how was the experience like for you?
It was actually great working with the API. The Am I supposed to give some of the feedback now?
Yeah,
Sure,
of
yeah.
course. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. One of the things I would probably recommend was I have previously used an AI agent, but it was not specifically for the phone case. The
Mhm.
thing about it was the flexibility around it was they had this NPM package that was really gave me that what do you call this flexibility of integration.
Okay.
So the only issue I had was I could only integrate at the time was we could only work with webhooks, but I later saw in your website under the docs we have a long chain integration, which I will further look into too. Yeah.
Is part of that, you said it was an NPM package, Brian, so I'm wondering, is part of that you wanted something that maybe could be embedded in a front end so that you could actually have some sort of visual around the assistant that you were interacting with?
Yeah, so the thing was, at the time I was building, I was trying to integrate an agent. So the reason why I like the NPM package is it has this flexibility because I was building a certain app where I had this icon for like an agent to speak to. So the flexibility with it is that it's already like connected to the agents itself. So I have to just create a server. They have these, you have to create a server component and a client component, and it directly connects to it seamlessly. So the reason was for integration for probably a front end at the
Cool.
time.
Cool. Makes sense.
The thing that both Michael and James loved about your hack, Brian, is it wasn't just the agent. It was basically the webhooks out to other applications. So, you've got exactly that painful situation and you want to see other properties. You want to be able to arrange payment so that you can get into some room that meets your requirements, before basically the sun goes down. So they've thought, again, great problem, solution, and the use of the capabilities from the Telnyx AI agent. So again, well done. And I think a very compelling solution to a problem we've all faced.
Well, thank you again to the Telnyx team and TADHack. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So moving on to Elizabeth. Elizabeth, how are you?
My name is Elizabeth. I'm a software developer based in Nairobi, Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's good because I have to thank you not only for the hack, but for showing that the Swahili language worked on the tool. That for me was just, if there was ever proof absolute that of why TADHack works, it's because of the diversity of the people involved. So thank you so much, Elizabeth, for directly demonstrating that.
Thank you. So for my hack was a multi-language voice survey.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought that most of the surveys we get are not multi-language, they are not bilingual. And I just wanted to implement that. I implemented with Swahili and Spanish. That was mostly what worked.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried with Kikuyu. Kikuyu was a little bit, but I will still continue implementing because I liked the idea and I really liked working with Telnyx. So yeah.
Cool, that's great. I heard that several times from the developers involved in this hackathon. In fact, on LinkedIn, there's Thibaut. He aggregates lots of voice AI information. And of course, he's a big fan of Telnyx. And when he saw your hack, he was like, can I add that to one of our platforms? So I think that it's great what you've done, what you built, and it's generating across the voice AI space a lot of interest in your capabilities. So James, Michael, any questions for Elizabeth?
Yeah. So Elizabeth, similar question. I mean, what was your experience like, going into the Telnyx portal and working with the AI assistant builder?
I liked working with Telnyx because I just worked with the agent and I will just write the what the agent's supposed to do, and that's what it did, in terms of the languages. And I was not able to implement it with webhooks like my friend Brian, but I will definitely try and see the docs and try to implement more.
Well, I'm interested, similar to Brian. I mean, he had good feedback on something he wanted to do and couldn't. Is there anything that you wanted to do with your project that you felt like you couldn't figure out how to do with the Telnyx platform, or that we don't offer, I mean?
No, at the moment, there's nothing I wanted to do that I couldn't do. I did want to do the to implement the webhooks, but I was not able to do with time limits. Yes, but it's something I will definitely do.
Excellent, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for the feedback and for creating such a wonderful hack. So again, thank you again. And moving to Anastasia. How are you, Anastasia?
Hello, hi Alan. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So maybe you could provide a quick intro to yourself and to your hack that you built with Ronnie, I believe.
Yes. Okay, thank you. My name is Annastacia. I'm also based in Nairobi, Kenya. I'm a web developer, mostly doing front end, so that would be React, Next, but I also do Ruby on Rails. So for our project, we had done an emergency medical response call center type of thing. So the concept was to have people call in. We had set up the voice assistant. It would help people go through like different emergencies. The concept was for us to probably integrate with a database of available hospitals in the region, and you can have information such as available number of beds and such stuff, so that when you're transferring someone according to their medical emergencies, then you have enough information about the hospital. So what we got to do, so ours heavily was sided on us doing like a custom application. So for a bit we were stuck until we were able to get the KYC verification. Then we were able to purchase the phone number. So we didn't really get to do the full integration, but we were able to purchase a phone number. So one of the challenges was we couldn't find a Kenyan number, which was also a bit okay because we were trying to think of the platform as a global one. So we were able to just get a US one for our test case.
Yeah.
So I think we applied it as a toll-free number, but we did see that it was charging. But we were able to test it out to give the prompt to the voice assistant. We were still trying to refine the prompts. I saw there was also an option to get a live location from the call when you're engaging with the voice assistant.
Yeah.
Which I liked. I also liked the fact that you can access the conversation history. And you can just do a log of that and do a log of the analytics. I think also one of the cool things was being able to test the voice assistant by calling via the web, which is something we were trying to replicate but weren't really able to. So we just called the phone number locally from our phone. We also got to try out the TextML application. Really just only got to the first steps. We were trying to also iterate to see how you can really nest the flow steps so that if you're doing a flow of step one, then you're also able to do that. But we were able to set that up and it worked really well.
Cool.
I also liked the documentation. So the assistant that I think it's an AI enabled that is on the documentation. So you can just give it a prompt on what you're trying to do, and it will just give you the exact parameters that you need to pass to do something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really liked that. It was really helpful. Yeah, so I think Telnyx is really a great product. We weren't really able to test everything out, which is something I'd want to do just to get a full test of the range of the products they have to offer, because I know it's a lot. maybe the only small challenge that we had, so you know how before you write your API calls in your code, you try to test them out in a client like Postman. So I don't know if I missed it. Maybe they have a collection ready somewhere where you can just post that, like just make calls, you just replace maybe your API keys and such stuff, and they have that ready documented. So maybe having something like that can help, or maybe having parameters that we developers could use without like a KYC verification. I'm not really sure how that would work. Maybe just a set phone number somewhere or something, so that you can just when you're trying the product, you can just test it in the initial stages. It could be limited or something.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I understand. James, do you have any feedback there?
That's great. We do have a Postman collection, but it's great feedback because I don't think we've updated it to have all of the voice AI APIs included. So that'd be a good thing
Cool.
for us to go ahead and do.
Yeah, I mean, we are bleeding edge on the Telnyx platform. So this is a relatively new product. And, I'll be honest, with far more mature products, there've been a lot more issues. So these, niggly things, this is great to see. So well done. And again, Annastacia, Brian, Elizabeth, lovely feedback, lovely hacks. I'm so grateful that you were able to spend the time and create something that really is powerful, solves important problems that impact all our lives. So again, well done, everyone. And you'll see from me over the next few weeks, there's going to be more posts as I let everybody know all of your great work. So well done. And sorry, I'm cutting off. James, Michael, is there anything you'd like to ask Annastacia?
Nope. That was it. Again, just wanted to thank everyone for participating in this year's TADHack.
Yeah, I know. And I know for some of you, this has been a month because there was a hackathon that ran for 2 weeks beforehand. Then there was the Telnyx TEDHack. So I know some of you have shown immense tenacity and getting through to this point. But again, I think what we've seen has been created, particularly, I mean, Kenya did very well in the VCon TADHack, and Kenya did very well again in the Telnyx TADHack. So it just shows the center of excellence that exists in Kenya. So well done, guys. I hope to see you in future hackathons, and keep on building out your hacks on Telnyx. Thank you and goodbye.
Hi, Alan. Hi, Alan.
Yeah, go for it.
I just wanted to say one of the great things I liked about the agent was you see this what do you call this? This feature where you can add variables, dynamic variables. I think it was a very important one considering in my agent it had to confirm that the task has already started of trying to find the best booking places.
Oh.
That was very important because if the agent did not actually save the ID that I gave it for the task, will not be that accurate. So I think that's a great feature that was added on. Just wanted to give some feedback on one of the things that was very important for me. Yeah.
Excellent, Brian. That's great feedback. So if there's any other feedback from anyone, and again, you got their emails, they're available, you can hassle them anytime. Well, not anytime, but during normal working hours for if you've got any questions, because I know some of your hacks you're likely to be building out as you've got through taking part in TADHack a nice big chunk of developer resources to build on that. So again, take care. I'll be in contact very soon to get the prize money sorted out. But you did very well, and it's again every year I just see what people are achieving in a hackathon. It's astounding in terms of they really are. It's not just one particular feature of a platform. They really are working across a number of features, and they're building something that it's not just, oh, I'm demonstrating this little piece of functionality. They're showing almost a complete solution. And because it's built on the Telnyx platform, your ability to scale that and deploy that it's a very short step to be able to do something that you can make significant cash out of. So again, well done, and I hope to see everyone very soon. Take care.